To get back to the hybrid wheat, I was a bit surprised that Europe would be the first place for hybrid wheat to land, because with all of the farm to fork strategy discussion, it's our assumption that they're moving to a place like a reduction of inputs instead of an increase in production. So, I'm surprised that Europe is going to tackle this first, but also I'm encouraged by it, because even our own federal government is looking at the European model for sustainability
Oh, I
and
know, which
adopting
is scary. That's a whole other discussion. That's very scary. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
so
don't
I
we don't
want
want
the
to
European
adopt that
farmer to
model.
embrace this. I
Yeah.
want the European farmer to embrace hybrid wheat,
Yep.
to go back to the regulators and say, this is working and we increased our production and this is all fantastic, so that the rest of the world has increased our general level of acceptance when it comes to technology.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm with you, Cherilyn, and I understand what you're saying there. And it's interesting because I hear lots of stories about our agronomists, and they shared a similar story to you. Is so they showed a grower, okay, this is the script. Here's where you have a real problem. You don't have a problem here. And it was very, very hard for that grower to say, are you kidding me? You don't want me to spray my whole field? But I think in crop, it's more of a valuable tool. Because again, in this example that one of the agronomists shared to me, she had the script, she showed him the screens, and he's like, oh, I don't know. And she goes, okay, I know this is hard for you, but let's give it a try. And she was able to convince him, although he was reticent to do it, right? Because again, it's a change in behavior, Cherilyn. And I'm with you.
Yeah.
You're going, well, this has always worked before. I'm trying to protect the value that I have in this field. So why the hell are you telling me not to spray? Right. But if you can show, well, you don't have a problem here and nothing is materializing here. Yeah, sure, something might materialize, but right now nothing's materializing, but you got a big problem here. So let's focus on that. He was happy with the outcome, and it was beneficial economically for him because he got the yield out of his field. He got the yield out of that difficult situation. He sprayed less, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm with you. You would never spray less if you know you have a problem. That's just not going to happen. I think this is just
It's
about
another
giving,
problem.
yeah, this is about giving farmers more information. It's more about giving the farmer the data to actually show that, no, you're okay. You do not need to spray here because you don't have a problem here, right? And that's a change in behavior for sure.
You know what? Our good friend and former ag minister Jerry Ritz was quoted saying, "Farmers are excellent bullshit detectors," and
Yeah,
it's up to the farmer to sort through the sales pitch and to make
yes,
those decisions. And data and
yep,
time and experience and trials will
yep.
help us to do that.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, and I'm with you. And again, if you don't find value, then you're not going to go for it, right? But I've seen some of the visuals, and the visuals have to be helpful. Now, to your point, they have to be helpful, but how much am I paying for that information? And does the monetary fee that I'm paying for that additional information or those additional scripts, is that going to give me something that in the end, which you said earlier, is a net profit, right? Because you're trying to maximize your revenue on every acre that you have.
That's true sustainability.